Hey everyone, my name's Martha, coming from my kitchen to yours with some of my best recipes and meals. Enjoy! Hey everyone, tonight we are making quesadillas, veggie quesadillas with black bean and feta. Now these are amazing, and the best bit about them is that they only take 15 minutes. They're a really easy thing to make, so we're going to get cracking. First we start off with our onions. So you want to slice your onions nice and thinly. You can use white onions, but I prefer the flavour of red onions in this. So we're going to pop them in a frying pan. It's best to go for a bigger frying pan if you can, because I just end up using this to fry the quesadillas in the end. So this all cooks in one pan, which is amazing. So I'm just going to add all the onion in here as the pan heats up, and we're going to wait for that to soften. Now I love this dish because it uses some really great flavours. Cumin, we're going to add cumin to the black beans, and then we're going to have that fresh feta flavour. This is a really quick dish, as I've said already. It's also a good one, like, because I make it normally a few nights after we've had fajitas, which means you can use up the other half of your wrap packet if you didn't finish that off. And also I use feta in lots of recipes, but I never tend to use more than a third of a packet. So it works out well that we can finish off the feta tonight, which I started with a recipe the other day. So just adding in our onion now. You don't need to separate it like this, I'm just doing it to kill time. I'm gonna wait for that to soften. Right, so now our onions have been sizzling for a few minutes. We are gonna start to season them so that as they finish off cooking, they're getting nice flavour. I'll keep the seasoning really simple. Cumin is the main flavour you want in here. So we're just gonna give a good helping of that to the onions. But also remembering that in a moment we're gonna be adding the black beans to the onions as well. So it's gonna need to cover the black beans too, and a good helping of salt. Stir this all in together. You may need to add more seasoning after you've added the black beans, just in case it hasn't quite got enough cumin in there. Right, now I'm going to add our black beans. So we've got drained and rinsed black beans here, a tin, a can, to go with our one whole onion. It's very nice and easy measurements for this. So the black beans are going to go in, and then we mostly just want to warm these through. But whilst they warm through, we want to get a good texture for quesadillas, which we do by mashing them. You can just use the back of a fork if you would prefer. And you don't want to mash all the beans, you want to mash about half of them, which means that you've still got that beany texture in it. But it's also not just, as you can see, beans and onions. It's one consistency. It's not one consistency, it's one mixture that will sit quite nicely in our quesadillas. So we're going to start to mash this now. So as you can see, I'm sort of starting to see lots of the insides of the black beans. Just going to give it a stir, see if it's so the mashed beans help it all stick together. So you can sort of stir it and see if it's starting to be mashed enough. I reckon that's just a tiny bit more mashing. We're good. And then I'm going to taste it to make sure we've got enough seasoning in there. It's quite hard to get the beans off the masher. I'm just going to give that a bit of a taste. And a little bit of cumin. There's quite a lot of cumin going into this, as you can see. But we can see that our beans are warmed through now. I'm actually going to need to add a bit more oil in because it's starting to stick a little bit, and we want it to be a tiny bit sticky to fill, be like a nice filling in the quesadilla. Oh, it's looking good. There we go. Sometimes I also add spinach to the quesadilla. They didn't have any tonight. And I sometimes serve the quesadilla with guacamole or salsa, but also don't have any of that stuff. Now, just while that's warming, we're going to get our feta prepped. All we need to do for this is to cut it in. I tend, like most times you get feta obviously in cubes, but for this we just want a thin layer for each quesadilla. So I tend to cut it into thin strips like such. And then that can be more easily spread over each quesadilla as we make it up. Right. So once that's cut, the beans are sizzling away nicely, so they're definitely heated through now. The next step will be to take the beans out of the frying pan into just a bowl on the side to get ready to use the frying pan for our quesadilla frying. Now I'm going to put that pan on with a little bit of oil. We don't want too much oil in our quesadillas because otherwise they get really, really crispy, but just enough. And you want it on about half heat. My thing goes up to 10 and I have it on about 6 because the slower you heat through your quesadillas with the wraps, the sort of nicer texture the wrap bit is. If you do it too fast, it becomes really crispy and it's more just like tortilla chips. If you do it too slowly, it just takes forever and you're hungry, so don't want to do that either. Right, so now we're going to construct our quesadillas here. You get a pile of wraps. You're going to grab a large spoon to get some of our mix on. You're going to layer this mix over half of the wrap. So I'm going for 4 wraps here. That tends to be enough for 2 people. It also is much easier to measure out kind of a quarter of the bean mixture. And you're going to spread that out over the tortilla like that, and then we're going to sprinkle on some of our sliced feta, a quarter of that in fact. Yum. Right. I think that's probably enough for our first one, and then you're going to fold it over and press down and then pop it in the pan. Right, so you can kind of make up your quesadillas as you go along with this process. You can sort of be doing them here on this bit side or wherever you've got near your oven and watching over the ones that are in the pan. Now you want to get something like a fish slice or a palette knife to help you turn over the quesadillas as they fry. And there we go, so that's the perfect colour that we want there. Can you see that? Beautiful. So we just want it to be getting crispy but not blackened or burnt. Just a nice golden colour. And they are quite hard to turn over without burning your fingers, so I'm now finding out. Let's keep filling up these quesadillas over here. Don't have to be particularly neat. And you also, as you go along, probably want to just give the quesadillas a bit of a squish because you want them to hold together when you cut them. In just a moment. Go. Oh, nice. Okay, looking good on that one. So now, once the quesadillas are brown on both sides, and not too crispy. I'm going to take them out the pan and cut them. You can cut them into halves or thirds. I'm probably going to do thirds. It's best to use a sharper knife as possible for this one because they don't like to cut very easily without spilling everything out, and also they're quite hot, so be careful. So you kind of cut them in sort of like pie, slices of pie. Look at that yum meanness. I know. It's looking good. That side done too. So we are done. Our black bean and feta quesadillas are beautifully cooked. Oh, look at all that golden, gorgeous, gooey feta-ness, yummy. Hope you enjoy the recipe. Hope you find it as easy as I do. And I'll see you soon. Bye.